Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock, Drogheda. 3 days ago, Madeleine Albright died at 84 years of age. Now, she was, of course, the first female Secretary of State in U.S. history. Born in Czechoslovakia to Jewish parents, she had to flee Czechoslovakia with her family as a child twice. First of all, they had to flee because of Hitler taking control of the country, and obviously with them being Jewish, it would have been a death sentence for them to have remained in Czechoslovakia. Then after the war, they returned to Czechoslovakia, but when the communists took power, they had to flee once again because they had made enemies of the communists as well. And they emigrated to the United States, and, well, she became Secretary of State eventually. Now, after she had retired in 1995, she wrote a book called The Mighty and the Almighty, which spoke about the role of religion and the necessity for religious leaders to be included in international affairs. A lot of people didn't understand this and were quite puzzled that she would write such a book, because when she was in the diplomatic service, the emphasis was very much on trying to keep out of religion and avoid any religious input into the United States, into their diplomatic activities, into their embassies, into their negotiations with other countries, etc. But Madeleine Albright said this. She said, rather than keeping religion and religious leaders out of things, we need their help. And she did, however, criticize those who just wanted to believe that God was on the side of the United States. And she also said this. She said, rather than saying God is on our side, we should be doing what Abraham Lincoln would have said we should do, which is trying to make sure that we are on God's side. And I think that's a very profound truth from Madeleine Albright, to say that rather than just saying we're the ones who are in the right and God's going to be on our side no matter what, we need to be on God's side. We need to do the things that please God. We need to do the things that reflect to his glory and reflect his character as revealed to us in Jesus Christ. I'm reminded of that passage in the book of Joshua, whenever Joshua was standing outside Jericho and the angel of the armies of the Lord appeared to him. And Joshua said, whose side are you on, ours or theirs? And the angel of the Lord's army said, neither. And then Joshua fell down and worshipped, because he realized that he didn't need God to rubber stamp his plans, but he had to get on board with God's plans. And that's a lesson we all need to learn. Instead of just expecting God to bless what we do, we need to do what God is going to bless, because it is his will. And so I pray that today, I pray that God will bless you, but I pray that's not just God rubber stamping your decisions and your desires, but I pray that you will seek God's face today, and I pray that you will do that which God wants you to do and which is in accordance with his word. And I pray that God may bless you richly as you do that. Join us again next time for another Take 5. Your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock, Drogheda.